Hi, in this tutorial I will show you how we can use Gnomio website to create a mock Moodle site for the practice course that we are working on with Moodle. Now, as you see, I'm now right on the front page of Gnomio, and in order to get an account in the system, it's quite simple. You only need to put in your name here in the box, and this name will be also your domain name. I mean, the web link to your site or the web address. And you also need to put in an email address that you are currently using. The system will send you a verification link via this email when registration is complete. Right, so I have created an account in the system already, and the link for my website is tisonet.gnomio.com. In order to log into the system and start setting up the first course, um, we go to the little link right at the upper right corner here and open in a new tab. Now, the site requires me to put in username and password that it provides via the email. You are advised to change the password right on the first login. So I put in my username and my password. Alright, so I click on login, and whoop, you see now I'm inside the system. Right. So I'm also completely new to the system like you, and the first thing we need to do is to customize our user profile. We need to provide, our name. We do not see admin user up here. Instead, we want to see our name. We also want to put an avatar next to the name and put in a few details. So in order to customize the user profile, again, I click on this link, admin user, click here to start a new tab, and then I move to the left side of my screen and click on edit profile. Right, so in the profile setting, we click here, edit profile, and you will see a form that allows you to customize your profile. Now, please note that in Gnomio website, you are given the administrator privilege. That means you can do a lot of changes to your site. You can even change the username, okay, by default. Um, but when you work with the Moodle site in your school or your university, um, I think you will not have the administrator privilege. Usually, we have only one or two administrator in a school only. Instead, you can only get the teacher permission, and with teacher permission, you cannot change username. All right. Anyway, I do not need to change my username here, so I just leave it there. Now, if you want to change the password, then type in a new password here, and make sure you do not forget the password. This is a lot of problems that I have with new students. Right, now I need to change my name, and because I want my name to show in the Vietnamese order, so I do not care about first name or surname. I just put it like this, Nguyễn Ngọc Vũ, so that my name will show up in my profile, okay, in Vietnamese order. My email address is okay. If you like, you can play around with these settings, but I just leave them as default. It should be fine. Right. um, Now, if you are not sure about the setting, just leave them, okay, as they are, and right next to each fields there are additional information, boxes like these that you can click on in order to know more. Now, so normally in my e-learning classes, I would ask my student to put in a short description about themselves. Usually, it's a greeting message with some um, pre information about personal interests, so that when the students in the class click on profiles of each other, they feel like they are working with the real people. So I will type in here, um, hello, it's so nice to meet you in this course. I have been um, teaching in this system for many years. In my free time, I love to play the bamboo flute, and I also do karate. All right. So, okay, people will put in a very simple message like this. Um, then I also always require my student to, okay, put in a picture of themselves, and I have strict, you know, guidelines for what the picture should be like. A lot of students will just, upload photos from their Facebook account that do not show themselves very clearly. Instead, um, okay, so in order to upload a picture, we simply click it. Now, the picture that I require from my students should always be, okay, like passport photo that show the student faces um, very clearly, so that when they discuss in forums, when they chat, or when they work together on online activities, people can see, okay, the faces, and they feel like they are interacting with the real people. So I click here and choose upload a file and choose a file. Then I go to my computer and get a photo of myself like here. Okay, so these are the photos for different profile that I have put here. Right. So get this one, upload. Okay. So if you like, you can put a little note about the photo. For example, you see me in Taiwan with uh, Hakkai, yeah, Hakkai Tung, okay, uh, flowers, right? So, okay, this box is used for, okay, people who want to use additional names, and it's very useful, okay, for, okay, names that do not follow Latin um, norms, like Chinese names, Arabian names. We do not need to use this box, right? You can put in a more interest here in a tag. For example, I love reading books, love uh, kung fu movies. Okay. I, okay, love traveling. Okay. So put in a few, okay, interests. Um, so what is it used for? Now, when you in a very big school with a lot of courses, the system can generate the contents that you might be interested in using these tags. So, for example, yeah, I'm also interested in photography, right? So, if there is a course on photography in the system, it will let me know. And then there are optional fields where you can put in website, personal site, and other informations. So this is the site that I'm using in my university, emlearning.hcmup.edu.vn. And if you like, you can have a look. It is also Moodle based and it is designed to work on mobile devices. Now, I always encourage my students to put in their phone numbers, their address, in case I need to make a call, or in case I need to contact them later. This is very useful if you need to store the contacts of your student even when the course is finished. Um, so I just share my phone number here, and then oh yes, it should be in the mobile phone, and then address of my university, Ward 4, District 5, Ho Chi Minh City. Alright, so let me say this again. When you ask your student to customize the profile, make sure that they put in the correct email address. This is very important because announcement, upgrades, and all the news from the system will be sent to this email address. Make sure that they upload a passport photo that show their face clearly, and then okay, um, I always encourage my students to put in contacts so that they can contact each other, and as teacher from time to time we also need to contact our students. Now when everything is finished, click on update profile and wait a little bit, see how it goes. Okay, so you see now I have finished customizing my profile with my full name show up here in a link, and the information that I have put in additional fields. Right, so that's the first part. I have just customized my um, profile. Now, in order to create my first course, I will go back to home by clicking on this link, and now usually as teachers in a smoother system you will not be able to create courses yourself. You need to ask the site administrator to do it for you. We are lucky to have um, administration permission in these mock uh, Moodle site. So I simply go to um, this one, add a new course, right at the front of your page. Click on that, add a new course, and yes, now we are going to practice creating very simple e-learning course for our teaching in the school. For the purpose of demonstration, I'm going to create a course in English language teaching methodology, and then I put in a topic with some sample contents to show you how we lay out a course, how we organize activities. Um, so I put in the full name of the course, that is English teaching methodology. Okay, English teaching methodology. Um, in my department, this is called ELT 2. So if you have the abbreviation of the course short name, you can put it right here. And because I can put the short name of the course right down here, so I just put it in the short course name ELT2. So the full name, then ELT2 course name. Um, do not care about the course categories now. In a site, course category mean the different categories. Usually in university, we have different departments, and each department is a category. So in each department, there are several courses. Now, we have not created any category here yet, but we do not need to care about that because that is the job of the site administrator. You will not be able to do that back in your school anyway. So you can set the course start date, and then we need to put in the summary of the course. I have already typed it here, so I simply copy and paste. So copy and paste. Now the course description will show up right next to the name. I will show you how it works later. Now you need to set the course format. From my experience teaching with Moodle, it's better to choose the topics format, because if you choose weekly format when you want to make changes in the schedule later, you need to change on the those settings manually, and I do not like that. You can choose the number of topics to open right on the front page, because we are not going to work on a lot of topics right now. I'm going to create only 2 or 3 topics, so to save space I will just make it 3. If you want to, let's say you want to take a course with 10 chapters, then I advise you to create 10 topics with 8 topics for a chapter. And okay, you can choose the layout of showing all sections in one page or one section per page. This only works when you have lots of topics and you want to show the student topic by topic or own topics on one page. If you show own topics on one page, make sure that your site is on a powerful server and it is fast. If the server is too slow, then choose the topic by topic layout. You can also choose the appearance. If the site allows you to select language, then you can choose language. Now I set my default language to English, and now you can set the maximum file size upload in your course. Usually this is set by the site administrator and you cannot change it. In my university, we allow maximum files upload of only 2 megabytes. So if students upload assignment or documents, they cannot go past this limit. This is important because we have thousands of students, and if all these students try to upload a lot of files, you see, it will be a huge demand on the resources for the server. So I just leave the default setting here. So what if our student need to submit a big file like a movie with hundreds of megabytes on a PDF file that is very big? I encourage my student to upload it to cloud storage service like Dropbox, SugarSync, and then paste the link back to the system. That helps to save resources for the server. So I just put maximum file size upload to 2 megabytes, and you can also set the cost to whether you want to allow guest access or not. Now if you put it to no, then only students who have accounts in your course can see the contents. If you allow other people to see the course, then set it to yes. Now groups, usually I take classes of only 30 to 50 students, and I put it in the no group mode. If you take large classes and you want to divide the class into separate groups, then you can choose separate groups. Now, remember, this is very important. If you put the setting in separate groups, then in all the activities, you need to assign which group can do the activities. Otherwise, student will tell you, "Well, okay, teacher, cannot, okay, I cannot work on the activity. The system does not allow me to work on the activities." So if you are not experienced with Moodle, I advise you to use no group. Okay, right. Role renaming. If you do not want to call yourself teachers, you want to call yourself facilitators or instructor or other names, then you can put on the alternative name here. Now, when everything is finished, I click on Save Changes. Okay, so now if I go back to home, you see I have a course, English teaching methodology, with a course description here. And the next thing we need to do is to register user. We have not got any user in the course yet. I have not uploaded any user here, and I'm not going to show you because usually in your school that will be the job of the website administrator. You will not be able to do it yourself. Um, so I go to user and click on enroll user to enroll myself, and then I click here enroll user, and then okay, in the dialog box coming up, I will be able to see all the user here. Usually in a university you can see thousands or tens of thousands on okay, this area, and then you need to search. You can either put in the full name of the student or the email address. Because in the system now they okay only me, so I select okay me on this student, and then I assign the role of teacher and click on add. Okay. Right, look like we do not need to say assign roles. All right, so now you see in the participant list or in the class list you have a student. Okay, so in this tutorial I have shown you how we start setting up a site on Gnomio website. Hope you can do all the stuff that you have seen in this tutorial. Goodbye and see you in the next tutorial.